Association. And I appreciate Jim Bonnet and Darren Scott, who have really done a great job of getting Southeast Missouri involved in the association. And I mean that, Jim. And you've done a great job for our players down there, and you've given them an opportunity to be recognized, and you're responsible for that. And people know that in our area, and we appreciate it very much. I had a chance to play for a great high school basketball coach in Randy Benson. And one thing Randy always did, he had that unique ability to give you confidence. And it made me want to be there every day. I just couldn't wait to get to basketball practice. And I grew up in a great home, and my mother and dad, they would carry me around to basketball games. My dad, I know, he would get off work and he'd take me to Memphis, to ABA games back then with the Memphis Tams and the Memphis Pros, and we'd watch Dr. J and all those New York Net teams. And that's where I really developed my love for basketball. And I was very fortunate. And I coach kids today, and I'll see some of the homes they live in and some of the things that go on in their life, and I was very fortunate to be in the situation I was in. And I also grew up in an era where UCLA basketball, they were on TV every weekend, had all those great teams, but from the time I was in kindergarten until about the 5th grade, they never lost a game, didn't seem like. They won national title after national title after national title. They won 7 straight, and it made you just want to be a basketball player. And also growing up in the state of Missouri, you love baseball. And I was one of those guys that during baseball season, I was playing baseball. As soon as baseball was over, I'd go right into basketball. And I went on and played college college baseball. And then I coached college baseball, but I was sitting there one day on the baseball field, and I said, I want to coach high school basketball. That's what I really want to do. I graduated from Zenith Warnersville, and the superintendent called and said, you want to be the basketball coach here? And I went, yeah, I think I do. And I went back, and at that time, I started doing both. And that's where I graduated from. And I said I played for Randy Benson, and we had just such a great program. And we had pride in what we did. And that's what I've tried to instill in our kids. And I've sat here, and I've had assistant coaches. I can't explain to you how important they are to me. I've had guys that have been with, Chris Araka's been with me 15 years. I've got Derek James, Eric Voorhees now, Kevin Self in the past. But I've got Brian James, who's been with me for 16 years. And I'm going to tell you something, Brian, I couldn't do it without you. He is my right-hand man. He's on the bench with me every second. We've never missed a practice together in the 16 years we've been to Sykeston, and he is a great coach. And I hardly ever make a decision unless I look over to get his opinion, because he's a smart guy. And he's also one of my best friends. And I appreciate everything he's done. But I had an opportunity. I'm sitting here, and my son's coming. He wants to play. He's coming up through the ranks, and he's like, I want to play. And I said, well, we'll do everything we possibly can to make you a player and get you out there and get you going. He didn't make that decision until he's in about the 5th grade. Well, all of a sudden, here he gets into high school, and every coach I talked to said, I'll tell you, it's going to be a difficult situation coaching your son. He said, that's never easy. It'll be great, but it'll be difficult. Well, then all of a sudden, I get married. I'm coaching my stepson. Now that was different. So I've got my son, I've got my stepson. And then we're in a situation where we've got a team, we're going, and they're both playing. And we end up going 30-0 state champs. And that's a unique situation and a unique opportunity. And that would not have been made possible except for my wife, who she ought to write a book on how to be the wife of a basketball coach. First of all, she played Division I basketball. She coached for 15 years. And I would go in after a game, and she'd want to talk about help side and blocking out and rebounding. And she's right. But I've got so many people to thank. I've been in 4 great schools. I was at Zenith Warnersville. I was at Greene County Tech in Paragould, Arkansas. I was in Kennett, Missouri. And I was of course, been in Sykeston for 16 years. And I want to thank all of my family and friends that are here. And I know on Saturdays, you guys took a lot out of your time to come up here, and I appreciate it. And I see Kerry Caldwell, I see Chris Sledge. Chris Sledge, every day you'd walk into practice, and when you played for me at Kennett, every single day you'd walk in and go, I've been waiting on this all day. And from that point on, I say that every day. My kids, I tell my kids when they walk into the field house or the gym, I'm not going to worry about your mood, you worry about my mood. And I've been waiting on this all day. And we are ready to go to work, and that's our attitude. And we are positive, and I want my kids that just can't wait to get to practice. I want them to be there and enjoy every minute of it. And it's something that they should love. If it gets to a point my kids don't want to be there, I don't want to do it anymore. But I absolutely love it. And it's quite an honor. And I appreciate all my fans from Cena, from Kennett, from Paragould, all you guys that came here from Sykeston today. I've coached, in my opinion, I have the best high school basketball job in the state of Missouri. It is the best place. It is awesome. And if you've never had an opportunity to see a home basketball game at Sykeston, we see nearly 3,000 people and we sell out, don't we, Coach? We get quite a crowd there, and it's unbelievable. Southeast Missouri basketball, I'm very proud of it. All the great teams, all the state championships with Ronnie Cookson, Linus McFerrin, Jim Bible, Paul Hale, all of these guys. It's unbelievable, the tradition we have down there. I'm watching the NBA playoffs last night. You've got Otto Porter sitting there playing with the Wizards. You've got Tyler Hansbrough, and those guys are all in our area, and we take a lot of pride in what we do. But I am so honored to be here. It's a great event. Jim, again, I appreciate everything you do for our area. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. Thank you.